morning, class. My name is Kate Mashane, and I'm just going to be talking about how my Exposition Art Museum experience was. So I ended up going to the Space Museum in Los Angeles. My experience there was really nice. I had a really enjoyable time. First, I went upstairs and there was an environmental section, and in the environmental section I saw it was a container showing how much paper trash people throw away each year, and I'll show it above as well. And it's just a large container, as you'll see in the picture, with all this trash, which really illustrates how much we're really putting back to the earth that's not good. It was made by Kim Abilis, I believe is her name, that's how you pronounce it. And it was just a really good reminder to me to really try to recycle and reuse things instead of just putting it back out there. Then you go through the corridor, and on your right side on the wall there's all this kind of children's artwork, and it was called the Children's Artwork Courtesy of River of Words. And it was really cool to me because you always think of artists and paintings that are really special to be made by adults and stuff, but that's not necessarily true. It can also be made by preteens to younger children, all ages. I really enjoyed looking at their artwork, and some of theirs were even better than I could do, which was really funny. But one that you'll see above, I'll put up here, is called Fly with the Clouds. That was by Pardis Sohouli, I believe is how you pronounce the name. And that was painted in Tehran, Iran. And they were the age of 10, which is very young, so up there you'll see that. And then my personal favorite that I saw that was at the end of the hallway was called Morning Scene in My Hometown, and that was by Jean Nubia, and it was painted in Manila, Philippines, and she's 14 years old. And I really like this one up here because it's just such a pretty, relaxing scene to me, and I love that it's something that represents her home. And it's also, all of these are showing the environment. At first showed the trash, like I had said, and it just shows how we should be protecting our rivers, and the kids are helping us remind us to do that as well. So I find that really interesting. So I was when I was taken through the exhibition, it was more future and present based. There wasn't really much talking about the past because it was more, like I said, protecting the planet from pollution, which involves the present now because we're seeing the effects, as well as the future from preventing it from getting worse than it already is. And other than that, I mainly just saw other stuff. Those were pretty much the only art paintings and diagrams that I saw there, but I had a really enjoyable experience there.